Hi everyone, good morning to all of you. Welcome to Human Resource Management course of your second semester. Hope you enjoyed all your first semester courses, especially the course I offered Management Process and Oriental Behavior on LMS platform. You enjoyed all the videos uploaded from session 1 to the last session. Nearly 90 video clips were prepared and presented to all of you. And in similar fashion, with the same spirit, I'm going to again present the video modules on various the topics of human resource management. I hope you will find interesting and enjoy even this the course as you enjoyed earlier. And I'll see that I will try to improve myself in terms of video making and then even preparation of the PPT, the slides and then explanations. I'll try my level best to make it more and more interesting to all of you. So with this, let me introduce the human resource management, the session 1, video 1. So in this human resource management, the first video module is all about giving a kind of introduction to human resource management in tourism, travel, hospitality, and catering sectors. So as far as this particular segment is concerned, as we just understood, it is a service sector. It has got a different attributes and then a kind of understanding as far as no, the sector is concerned. And with that, so we'll just look at this particular module. So this module is no, the main learning objective is to understand how tourism hospitality organizations seeks to manage their employees and industry, the characteristics, the nature of employment, employee profile, HR challenges in tourism and travel industry, including hospitality, and HR practices that are there in the no, human resource management domain of this particular service sector, that is tourism, travel, hospitality, catering, the courses, how it is, the human resource management, a kind of common for all. So not only the service sector, even if you just look at the manufacturing sector, so this particular segment is very, the common. But if you just see the context and then the play area, that is not the same. And here in this the service sector, the human resource management and then their characteristics and their employment profile, the challenges that are there in this industry is something different from others. So we'll try to understand all these in this the video module. So if you just look at the features of service sector, of course we have discussed all this. And again, let me just remind you, and because always you have to keep it in your mind, since you are going to become professional of this the service sector, the travel and tourism management, you must understand what is the product and how you are going to sell this product, because it is a service product and the selling a manufacturing product is different from service product, right? So in that context, so try to understand the features of the service sector. So the first and foremost thing is it is intangible and perishable and variability, and then simultaneous the production and then consumption happens in this industry, and then inseparable, that is in terms of co-production between the employer and then the customers. You can see that always hand in hand. So there's at the same time, so the production as well as consumption that happens in the tourism and travel industry, it is completely inseparable. You can't separate from the supplier to the consumers or the end users. So here the services are completely intangible, right? And then you can't see that. And once you just know the make the product, for example, if you take the travel service, so the coach with 36 seats, so 36 the seats are the products of that particular the coach. So once you just keep that the coach on the platform, so you are presenting the product. So once the coach starts and only so 30 seats are filled and then 6 seats are vacant, the 6 seats of the product value is waste, right? In that way you can see that no, so this is a kind of the service where you can see no, the service are no, it's like a feel. You have to feel that, and then you can see the physically the service that is there in this tourism and travel industry. So it is perishable, as I mentioned, that once you just offer, if you are not using, you can't use it no, after some time, because once it is presented, it will be there, and after that, no, it will perish. So then, at the same time, the service varies from the service provider to service provider. It's not the same. So you can see that this particular dimension is something different from the other the sectors, including even IT sector, where service sector is considered the service sector. So you can see the different types of features and then the characteristics of that particular industry. So if you just see that no, this industry, the characteristics, especially, let me just quote from the People First Sector Skills Center (SSC) and UK-based the consultancy, and they just looked at the hospitality, leisure, travel, and then the tourism. Suggested that the industry made up of the 14 subsectors and then 14 different types of the activities. You can say that, right? The starting from hotels, restaurants, and pubs, bars, and then nightclubs, and contract the food service providers and then catering services. It means then membership clubs, and then like you can see even Mahindra clubs, or even you can see that there are in every city you will find number of the membership clubs are there among the professionals of different segments. Then events, and then gambling, and then travel services, and the tourist the services, visitors attractions, and youth hostels, and the holiday parks, and self catering accommodations. So you'll find all these are the various elements and dimensions of this particular industry, the characteristics. So you'll find these are the 13 the different items are there in this the system. So as far as this particular segment is concerned, you can see all these the characteristics. So further, if you just look at the industry characteristics, it has kind of political, economic, and social technological changes significantly affects the tourism sector. So it is a very sensitive sector, because anything happens in the political system, economic system, or a social system, and even health aspects, technological. So immediately the sector is going to be affected. So sometimes positive and sometimes negative also. So highly labor intensive, and then soft skills are the base for this business, and need to deliver the services to customers, and then need to manage the people in such a way that so they offer quality services to the customers. So that is what is the main thing here. So it provides the services to meet the expectations and to create the context to the experience. So you can see that the people who are actually in this industry, so this industry is very vulnerable, and then affected by all types of factors, and then it's a labor intensive, and more the soft skills are required. And you can see that this delivery service, the customer needed to manage the people in such a way that they offer quality services to the customers. So that means that the people who are actually serving the customers, they're supposed to be very qualitative to offer the quality service, because it is something related to the soft skills. So in that context, you can see this industry is something interesting. So if you see the nature of employment here, the nature is so direct and indirect employment, and you can see the more indirect employment exists in this industry. So many jobs in hotels and catering and tourism sector, HCTS, shares the common attributes. Like you can see that the features, and then the system and the context, and then the conditions are more or less same. If you see that the travel and tourism employment size is, you can see the 230 million jobs across the globe. So the quantity of the jobs unquestionable, but the quality is not there. So you can see that as many as jobs, because this industry has huge the space and then scope to create as much as employment in terms of numbers. So whereas the quality is the questionable, and that's why you can see the Douglas the Copland considered it as a MAC jobs. So in the sense, low pay, low prestige, and low dignity, and low benefits, the no future. So that is kind of his particular opinion. But if you just see that no, the jobs profile, and then this one, so it has got a different types of the context. Unless until you have the the passion to serve the people, and then so that is what is required. The passion is more important without looking at other aspects. In some geographical and then subsector areas, tourism and hospitality provides an attractive and high status working environment with the competitive pay. So it depends on the location and then country and the culture, because that is varies from the place to place. Whatever Douglas Copeland said, that it is not the common, and then it's not universal. Maybe largely that is the correct, but no, there are many multinational companies, and then so many the places in the countries and then the regions. So they give utmost importance for tourism, and then tourism sector is really growing, and then giving the quality of life, and then the quality of job. So the largely the poor conditions, the low pay, and then high staff turnover, the problems in no, the recruiting the skilled manpower. So these are the certain the drawbacks one can identify in the industry. But no, so we can just overcome all the things, because industry has the potential, and then you can just standardize everything. So by just the committing yourself, and then working for this industry, the further growth and development. If you look at the employment profile that is there, that largely unskilled and then no skilled employees, because that's why we say that. So here employment is there for even the people without education, and with highly educated people will find the job in this sector. So at the same time, if you see the labor drawn from the socially disadvantaged groups, the poor status, and then the virtual absence of professionalism. So because if you see the people who are actually choosing this particular segment, so they are the studies shows that they are mostly socially disadvantaged group. And then that, whereas if you see the status of no, the people, so they are not up to the mark, but no, they're supposed to serve the people who are actually from the high end segment. So in the process, you can see that there is a missing link of the professionalism in this industry. So no, at the same time, they expect high quality of the services to the dynamic customers from the poor quality of jobs and then the jobbers. So this is the big challenge for human resource management in tourism and travel industry, because you have to prepare your people in such a way that where you have the poor quality of the job, and then jobbers, and then semi-skilled and unskilled, but you are just preparing them to serve the people who are actually the high-end the group and then segment of the society. So the gap is the main challenge of human resource management. Further, if you just see that the bombs, in 1997 and 98, so described that the range of the people, a person buying a package holiday is likely to interact with nearly 13 people. So you can see that who are they. So starting from the retail travel agent, insurance, the companies, the ground transport to and fro the airport, at least two sets of airport handling agents, outbound and then return, and then airport services, shop, food and beverages, outlets, and then Durex, all these are various people are actually involved in this, right? Further, if you just look at the people, the airlines and all legs of the journey, and that is one important aspect, and then immigration, and then custom services, the local, the ground transportation, the hotels, and then apartments or service apartments, and then tour services at the destinations, and then companies, and then individuals selling. There's a diversity of goods and services at the destination. That is the retailers, food and then beverage and entertainment, the culture and heritage, the financial. So people who are actually involving in all these things, right? And then emergency services at the destination related, the medical, the police, the legal, and the security related. So you'll find all these the people are all integral part of the industry. So then the last one, it is something related to service providers on return, that is the photography, the process, and then medical, and then even recreation. So all these are the various the people who are actually involved in the no, entire the tour package and the implementation of the holiday package. So here the employees or holiday, the makers are the crucial in the making or breaking the tourist experience. So it depends on all these 13 category of the people who are directly indirectly involving in the implementation of the holiday package, right? So with this we can see the industry no industry characteristics and employment, the profile, and then the type of employment that is there in this industry. So based on that, you can see that what are the issues you can expect, and then you need to handle when you are at workplace as far as human resource management is concerned in tourism and travel industry. So with this, let me stop here, and then looking forward to meet you in the video too. Thank you.